G'day, my name's Wombat. I've been a tetraplegic in a wheelchair since 1982. Now that's 37 years ago. I'm often asked how to remain so positive. And one of the things I'm grateful for is the discovery of some motivational, uplifting stories by academictips.org. One thing that has helped me beyond measure is to learn some of these incredible stories. If you also have access to the internet, I would highly recommend you type in motivational stories and you'll have access to many stories that will inspire and uplift you. Now there's one story from their list that I love, and I'd like to share it with you. And this is my version of an American true story. One day when I was a freshman in high school, I saw a kid from my class walking home from school. He looked like he was carrying all of his books. And I thought to myself, why would he bring all of his books on a Friday? He must really be a nerd. I had quite a weekend planned. Parties and a football game with my friends tomorrow afternoon. So I shrugged my shoulders and went on. As I was walking, I saw a bunch of kids running toward him. They ran right up to him, knocking all his books out of his arms and tripping him so he landed in the dirt. His glasses went flying. I saw him land in the grass about 10 feet away from him. Then he looked up and I saw this terrible sadness in his eyes. My heart went out to him. So I jogged over to him, and as he called around looking for his glasses, I saw a tear in his eye. As I handed him his glasses, I said, "Those guys are jerks. They really should get a life." He looked at me and said, "Hey, thanks." There was a big smile on his face, the type of smile that shows real gratitude. I helped him pick up his books and asked him where he lived. As it turned out, he lived near me. So I asked him why I'd never seen him before. He said he'd gone to a private school before now. I never hung out with a private school kid before. We talked all the way home, and I carried his books. He turned out to be a pretty cool kid. And I asked him if he wanted to play football on Saturday with me and my friends. He said yes. We hung out with each other all weekend. And the more I got to know Carl, the more I liked him. And my friends thought the same of him. Monday morning came, and there was Carl, with a huge stack of books again. I stopped him and said, "Boy, you're really going to build some serious muscles with that pile of books every day." He just laughed and handed me half the books. Over the next 4 years, Kyle and I became best friends. When we were seniors, like many other people, we began to think about college. Kyle decided to go to Georgetown University in Kentucky, and I was going to Duke College, Durham, in North Carolina. I knew there would always be friends, that the miles between us would never be a problem. He was going to be a doctor, and I was going to study business on a football scholarship. Carl was valedictorian of our class, and I teased him all the time about being a nerd. He had to prepare a speech for the graduation. I was so glad it wasn't me having to get up there and speak. On graduation day, I saw Carl. He looked great. He was one of those guys that really found himself during high school. He filled out and actually looked good in glasses. He had more days than me, and all the girls loved him. Boy, sometimes I was jealous. Today was one of those days. I could see that he was nervous about his speech. So I smacked him on the back and said, "Hey, big guy, you'll be great." He looked at me, one of those looks, you know, the real grateful one, and smiled. "Thanks," he said. As he started his speech, he cleared his throat and began. "Graduation is the time to thank those who have helped you make it through the tough years. Your parents, your teachers, your siblings, maybe a coach, but mostly your friends. I'm here to tell all of you that being a friend is the best gift you can give them. I'm going to tell you a story." I just looked at my friend with disbelief as he told the story of the first day we met. He planned to kill himself over the weekend. He talked of how he cleaned out his locker so his mum wouldn't have to do it later, and was carrying his stuff home. He looked hard at me and gave me a little smile. "Thankfully, I was saved. My friend saved me from doing the unspeakable." I heard the gasp go through the crowd as this handsome, popular boy told us all about his weakest moment. I saw his mum and dad looking at me and smiling that same grateful smile. Not until that moment did I realise its depth. Never underestimate the power of your actions. With one small gesture, you can change a person's life. For better or for worse, God puts us all in each other's lives to impact one another in some way. Look for God in others. Friends are only here to help us when our wings have trouble remembering how to fly.